really enjoy CM Punk while he's here, because he's not going to be here much longer. Fragile mind, fragile ego, fragile body.
Hello and welcome to OSW Review, the old school wrestling video podcast. Filmed in glorious grapple vision and encoded with blast processing, we chronologically critique wrestling storylines, pay-per-view by pay-per-view. A veritable Star Wars, a war of stars tonight. It's your Tusken Raider OC, Twitch Raider V1,
Also crack,
and Fridge Raider J Hunter.
Hey-o!
It's AEW All Out 2022 and it's coming up in a bit. We have shit to get through first. Steve, how's it going, mate? How's tricks?
Tricks are, they're turning.
Excellent. Ozzy, how are you, sir?
Yeah, grand. Middling.
That'll do it.
Middling.
V1. Review Dynamite, you coward. Not my words. The words of MJF.
The week that he sent that tweet at me, he must have had like an amazing promo or segment, and he's basically like, get on the Twitter box and tell me I'm great, you bollocks. Then I probably told him exactly what he wanted to hear, because he is in fact great.
He is?
I'm a huge mark.
Aww.
He's awesome.
So I'll just disregard all of your opinions. So between the arcs, we thought we'd do what we did last year, which is kind of have an off season. We'd all choose a random review to do, and you have chosen AEW All Out 2022. How come?
Well, okay, first of all, a bit of a kayfabe breaker. I originally did want to pick All Out 2021 because, in my opinion, that's one of the all-time great modern wrestling shows. But then I watched this and I just started texting Jay going, drop every plan you have. We are doing this. And there's no, but it's like, I just think there's so much to talk about on this show in terms of like wrestling quality, build, the company, Fallout, Tony Khan as a boss, the future. Like, I just think this is, so from last year, an all-time great show to this year, an all-time great talking point. Yeah, and I can't wait to get deeper into this show.
So 2 milestones, but for very different reasons.
Completely different reasons.
You fucking mark!
OC! Another day!
No.
Another dollar.
Go on.
Another dollar.
Yeah.
Another OSW! Actually, a sparkling $2 note, because it's our first ever couples tattoo.
Oh my god.
2 OSW tats for our bras, Paul and Amy.
Fantastic. So, Amy has the A Winner Is You macho glasses, and Paul has the A Winner Is OSW pixel art. And they both look absolutely fantastic. Lovely, vibrant colours. They really pop.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, there's a Springfield Isotopes just below as well. I love that. Very cool. And that's the old school macho ski glasses as well. And it's got the OSW colours going kind of hot pink, hot blue. Love it.
Okay. The winner is you, Macho Man glasses, and winner is OSW Starman. Awesome. A winner is both of them. Mostly my legs. That's super awesome.
Watch out for any trusses, around you. Any stage fixings with your walking.
Yeah, if your name
any
is Paul,
constructions.
yeah.
Any construction.
Amazing.
site, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Let's open up the barn, canter contentedly, letting our fetlocks blow in the wind, and review Amy and Paul's joined couples boy stable.
Let's do it. Coming in at number 6, the genius
of glory and renown.
Hey, he's got to be in a few, right? He's not a left field boy. He's kind of a centre right boy.
Center right. Yeah. One of the early boys of OSW Review. Someone that, as a kid, I had no clue how great he was, and then really glad that I got to go back and watch him, because
he
he's fabulous.
his way into your heart.
He most certainly did, yeah.
Oh, very big fan. He sung us an Irish ditty as well.
He did, yeah. Oh, Danny boy, yeah.
And obviously he holds a win over Hulk Hogan, winning by count out, and never let him get away with it. It's
incredible.
Awesome.
What an upset, McMahon! Eat your words! Eat your words! The genius took him! He beat Hogan!
Fabulous man. Number 5, It's the Jackal / Cyrus the Virus.
Oh, yes.
Oh, 97, faction warfare.
Yes, this is right
David
up
Koresh-like
your
figure.
proverbial Jay. We never discussed the Jackal.
Big fan. Yeah, well, he wasn't featured that much, you know. He just kind of hot dog, you know, back in the Los Boricuas days, the pre-Attitude Era.
Which forget the Attitude Era, the Barriqua era. Like.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah, okay.
Anything I've seen of him on AEW, I like. So yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. Him and JR have this weird kind of bickering thing going on, and I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's more like Don Callis says things in character and JR just gets pissed off live on camera, and it's just like, oh, go away, Don.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's weird. Definite boy.
We're talking wrestling, guys, because it's okay.
Who the hell are you talking to now? We're talking wrestling, guys.
Number 4, Brian Christopher, but before teaming with Scotty.
Oh my god, hey, that has to be Amy. I'll put you over. Oh my god. Yeah, this is too sexy, Brian Christopher. He was really big in 97, noticing a trend here. He'd have his jackass laugh, which is like, I think it was awesome. Some nice, not subtle racism, you know, talking about you no clue, calling him like a slanty-eyed fiend, that kind of thing. Holy shit. But he was awesome. He was way too buff for the light heavyweight division. Never got the belt as a single star as well. He only got the tag belt, so that's too cool. Whopper boy, and I love that you've planted the flag for him.
A definite boy. One of your favourites. He's someone that you've been banging on about for decades now, Jay. So yeah, excellent stuff.
No family resemblance there at all. Huh?
Number 3.
Luna Vachon.
Oh yeah. She's coming right for us.
Yeah, this would be my wheelhouse, I suppose. 95, you know, Bam Bam's main squeeze. At the time, I think she just annoyed me. Now I certainly really appreciate the shitty conditions she had to work in. She was an actual worker versus being surrounded by, say, Sable and the likes who couldn't do shit but got pushed. So I respect her.
Excellent talent. I think she came around at the wrong time. I think she would have been better off if she either came around like 10, 15 years earlier and was maybe working in a different part of the world, or came around 10, 15 years later when women got slightly more chances, you know?
Yeah, she never got the women's championship, which sucks because there's a lot less talented women that did get it. And she went full into her character, shaving the sides of her head and lightning on the side of her head and stuff and doing her. But it's like the Attitude Era was like a sorority party and people come as sexy bunnies or whatever, and she's just come as a dumpy troll. You know, and it's the best outfit ever. She's the best dumpy troll, but it's a dumpy troll.
Sable, you little ignorant slut. I'll give you another makeover tonight.
Number 2, Adam Bomb, baby.
Again, 95. He's in several stables now. What can you say about Adam? I mean, he had a notable career for about 6 months. What else can we say about him?
He's tall.
He's tall. He had a great look.
Great look.
Super
and the
beef.
Nerf balls.
Perfect. Like, he had such a small waist. Big shoulders.
Like
you know?
the hourglass figure.
Yeah, he
like
had a beautiful... he could cut a dress. That's what I'm saying.
a ball gown, like stick him in a ball gown.
Yeah.
Definite boy. I think he had one of the best looks of any wrestler in history. That, like, if you paint a picture as to what a wrestler should look like, it's him. You know, he wasn't the worst in the ring.
I do think it's telling of his talent level that someone who looked like that didn't get pushed. It's quite telling as to where Vince and other people viewed him at.
If he was in a dress, he'd be Adam Prom.
I'm not doing
No,
it.
no.
I mean,
having none of it.
I mean, keep it in, but no, I'm not selling it.
Okay. Shit.
I love how he spent the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Racking his brain.
Rhymes with bomb, and
You can see the gerbil literally
you know?
spinning on the wheel, you know? And number 1, bottom boy, fun boy, Alex Wright.
I can't. That's hard.
I can't do it. Remember, I offered you money to do it.
No, dance for me, Jay.
No, like in
Did you-
public, not just for
Oh,
me. Not a
did
private.
you whip out a revolver and then shoot the grounds?
Not a private then.
I can't do it.
I can't.
Jay,
just
you
can't
do
I don't
this
know.
private dance for me. There's more floor pizza in it for you.
You know who's been putting him over real hard is Ryan in Wrestling Bios.
Nice.
Huge boy.
He's good. He's good.
Oh yeah, baby. Wrestling Bios loves a good German sausage.
Oh, Big Bratwurst.
Als allererstes möchte ich sagen, dass ich den Gürtel nicht gewonnen habe.
Hey, knock off the Wiener Schnitzel.
So can you read out Paul and Amy's boys table?
Okay. Number 6, the Genius. Number 5, the Jackal / Cyrus the Virus. Number 4, Brian Christopher before teaming with Scotty. Number 3, Luna Vachon. Number 2, Adam Bomb Bebe.
Adam Prom.
Adam
Stop
Bomb.
it.
And number 1, Fun Boy Alex Wright.
Fantastic.
Good. Solid.
Thanks so much, Paul and Amy. Gamoira too, which is may you live long. Agus Gnai Atalib. Good luck to you both. And let us celebrate like the Greeks of old. You know the ones I'm talking about. It's AEW All Out 2022. But first, let's set the scene with a pop culture rewind.
Nice.
Pop culture rewind. September 4th, 2022. So it's the most current one we've ever done. Top of the Irish charts.
Oh, I'm just going to guess an artist.
Go on.
Out of left field here.
Yeah.
Dermot Kennedy.
Ooh.
He did a song that I quite like. We used to be giant. When did we stop? You know that one?
Yeah.
You heard that one? I like it.
Oh, okay. Top of the Irish charts is Baddest of Them All by Eliza. It's like, Baddest of Them All. She talks really quietly. She sings it like she's not really singing. You know? I think music's just passed me by. Like rhyming daily with baby, phase me with baby, and maybe with date me.
Not baby.
There, she mixed it up for the third one. Latest Simpsons episode is a season 33 finale. Poorhouse Rock. For once, Bart is proud of his dad being middle class. You know, geez, he has a job and he's an unskilled labourer basically, but he's providing for his family. 2 cars in the garage, 3 eyes on every fish. And he has the pride beaten out of him by Lisa, who tells him you can never have his job because this middle class doesn't exist anymore. You're just going to be in debt. And he's just fucking, I'll burn it. I'll burn my clubhouse down. And that's it.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's really depressing.
Sounds miserable.
One joke. Homer cashes his paycheck at the dodgy part of town. Lots of sight gags. The best one is called the Czech Republic.
Hey-o!
There we go.
That's
it. Tick. That's that joke. Season 33.
Steve, what are people playing at home and streaming on Twitch, man?
I still working my way through some SmackDown games. Currently playing as my boy Horace Hogan in Here Comes the Pain, which up to this point is unquestionably the greatest wrestling game I have played. So you know, I've been working my way up through like PS1 and PS2 games, and the jump when you get to this game is incredible. It's amazing.
Well, like a jump between short your mouth is
Short your mouth?
Short your mouth. Is it
Or
that?
should it?
Is it that? Is there a big jump? Because I had short your mouth. And I was like, no, you shut your mouth. And I was like, there's no point in me getting Here Comes the Pain. So you're saying I should have.
So the jump between Just Bring It and Shut Your Mouth is huge. And then the jump between Shut Your Mouth and Here Comes the Pain isn't quite as big, but it's still noticeable. It runs faster, looks way better, more match types, and holy shit, the roster in like 2003 WWE, it's insane, like the greatest roster there's ever been. So yeah.
No Brian Christopher, though.
No Brian Christopher.
Sorry, lads. Shut it down. Oh, and what are people watching in the cinema? Fall, a decent situational thriller about 2 climbing girls who get stranded atop an abandoned defunct TV tower. Get out of that one, Rommel.
Sounds amazing.
Okay, it is nothing must watch, but effective enough. Like, there's some moments where they do a bit of risky jumping, and my heart rate was higher, you know? My main gripe, Kevin Dunn directed some of those jumps where they jump, and it's like, cut. And it's like, oh, every time you cut, the tension lowers 50% because the actress didn't make the jump. Do you remember when we were at the Marine 6 set? And the stunt guy did an amazing jump, beast. And in the film, it's like, cut. And it's like, well, it's shit now.
Yeah.
So, bit of that. The best part of it, out of nowhere, wrestling references happen. You're like, something, The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind. What is going on? And she starts listing off her favourite wrestlers.
Awesome.
The dad has a Stone Cold bobblehead, and earlier we hear her ringtone, and it's the Legion Doom theme. It makes me wonder then, like, the names of the main characters are Becky and Hunter. I was like,
Is this the WWE?
It's not.
Movie?
No. But director Scott Mann has worked with Batista twice previously.
Okay.
He does name Batista as well. Like, the film is, what different things would you try to save yourself? Like, lower your phone on a string because you had signal lower down, attach a note to a drone, you know. They do loads of things. Because once one thing works, the film's over, you know. They'll spend it silently judging the characters for having such poor preparedness skills and being very lackadaisical, repeatedly dismissing danger warnings. So much, like, you know, it's like, okay, let's film this for my Instagram vlog, and, like, she almost gets run over by a truck, you know, smashed into it and died. And I was like, so, you know, you're starving on top of it. And I'm like, I'm just going the whole film, you deserve it. Anyway, any of that sounds good to you, give it a watch.
It does, Jay.
Fall 2022.
Name some of your favorite wrestlers.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock. What was Cactus Jack's name when he was wearing the mask?
Mankind.
Batista.
BF Dub, big fucking weekend of wrestling. This is the third of 3 events on Labor Day weekend in the States. The first was WWE Clash in Cardiff, 62,000 in the Principality Stadium. What do you think?
I saw the main event. I thought the match was good. I didn't think there was any chance that Drew had to win the belt, so...
You told me this beforehand.
Yeah, so I didn't care from, like, that point of view. But I will say, it looked amazing. The crowd were great. I can't believe it's been 30 years since WWE gave us a big show in the UK, and they need to come back more often.
I mean, they did Insurrection 2003. The Raw brand. We got Test and Steiner. What do you want?
Jesus. And I did see Sheamus and Gunther.
Yeah, they beat the bollocks out of each other.
It was great. I loved it.
Do you know the way whenever Sheamus and Drew fight each other, they kick the shit out of each other so both of them look good? Sheamus did that for Gunther.
Oh my God.
Very good.
And elsewhere, mullet-clad Dominic turned heel on Edge and Ray after helping them win their match. Well done. And
maximum impact.
And will Drew win the big one on British soil? No titles changed hands. Cardiff successfully bid for it after Wembley lowballed WWE.
Wow.
Stuck in. And both sides were very happy about how it went, so they'll likely get another one. And on the Saturday, NXT Worlds Collide.
I'm a freaking man. I'm the man. When worlds collide, there'll only be one champion, Bronn Breakker.
Bronn Breakker unified the NXT and NXT UK titles by beating Tyler Bate. Bate wrestled an almost perfect match, but his offense couldn't dent Bronn's armor. First slip up and bang, Bronn wins it. What do you think?
I think Bronn Breakker's a superstar just waiting to break out. I think he's awesome.
Waiting to Bronn breakout?
Yeah.
To Bronn breakout?
There you go. That's all I got.
No, that's
yeah.
I'll have that one.
Yeah? Okay. That's 1 out of 2. Not bad. Sorry. Go on.
I just think he's awesome. Got a presence. Good wrestler. He's just ready to be pushed, you know? Just do it. Give him a shot. Let's get some young fucking blood at the top of the card. Please.
I hear voices in my head.
You want to see me warm up?
Yeah, I want to see you warm up.
I'm going to warm up.
In the week leading up to All Out, AEW pulled a big dirty WrestleMania 8 with a softball game and FanFest. Softball, Sammy goes up to Brian and says, "Hey, let me switch sides." And Brian deadpan response with, "I despise that you're using this for your vlog."
I despise that he's using this for his vlog.
Shit.
On the FanFest, you can see Johnny Hungy relinquish his BTE belt because he lost his smile. He looks like the nicest, funniest guy to be around. Like if I was on the road, like this guy.
I gotta say, I lost my smile.
They were also at Gamescom in Germany. There's our roving reporter from Mayo, Tommy Schlug, at the scene.
Well, what's the story? How did you get in? You're a bomb, are you? I just seen a lad who could get good usage out here over there.
They had a handful of wrestlers there, including Fallen Angel, Colt Cabana, and Matthew's mate Eva Luno, putting on some exhibition matches.
AEW game looks pretty decent, lads.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was quite down on it because they had this thing where just before a punch or a kick landed, the action would like pause for like a split second. That looked like it would drive me insane. And then when they showed it off at Gamescom, they had like a 10-minute section where it was like Adam Cole versus Punk. And the game looks really good. It looks really fun. You can do your finisher from multiple places in the ring, so you can do it on like Brett's rope. I think Kenny hits a Brett's rope Angel's wings to win the match. Graphically, some people aren't feeling it because, you know, like it doesn't have the budget of a 2K22. So, it's quite animated looking, it's cartoony. But I'm like, I don't care. The game looks like it's going to be loads of fun. And I'm definitely going to pick it up when it comes out. So I wish them loads of luck.
I hope it succeeds. But like, do you remember all three of us bought the TNA game?
We're the only three people who bought that game.
Because we wanted to support the company.
Yep.
And look what happened to the company after we bought that game. So we need to be a bit more careful this time. But yeah, if it's a reasonable price, like the TNA game was like 25 quid. I'm not paying 70 quid for this game, but if it's a reasonable price, I'm happy to pick it up.
Steve, get us some codes, for God's sake. Your mates will have the roster. Come on.
Maxwell. But he'll just tell me to fuck off.
Yeah.
4 codes. Haggle them down. Have some place to go. You know? Zero Hour, aka the Mountain Dew Georgia Gold Honey Mustard Barbecue Pre-Show. We got a mixed tag. Sammy Guevara and Melo, part of the Jericho Appreciation Society, versus Ortiz and Ruby Soho. Sammy and his bird get run over by Bob's Burgers. Ruby Riot, Ruby Soho. She looks just like a Bob's Burgers character. Love the carnival pants Ortiz has. Poor Ruby broke her nose during the bout. Sammy eats a change direction Hurricane Rana from a kneeling position. He gets his back as Dangly Ruby eats a big boot by Tay Conti and wears the face off her. By the way, Sammy and Tay are married. Shoot married, yeah. Only very, very recently. I think they got married at like either the beginning of September or the end of August. Wish them a very happy life. Yeah. Unfortunately, some of the wrestling fandom out there are very intolerant of other people's happiness. Sammy proposed to his girlfriend on like Dynamite or Rampage. This was like about a year or two ago. And people were like, yay, oh, I'm so happy. And then they broke up. And then Sammy started going out with Ty, and then they got engaged and got married. And real small dick energy from the internet. They got really, really bitter about it. Like, they don't owe you their happiness. You know what I mean? Yeah. People are free to break up and fall in love with other people. It's totally fine, you know?
Kissed each other. The GTX, the Thai KO, avoided.
Nice double move, double pin spot by the babyfaces. Tie, KO, and pin. About as clean as you're going to get in 6 minutes.
3.
Do you like Sammy?
From what I've seen of him, yes, absolutely. He's no UV though.
Do you mean like he won't torpedo his career?
Yes.
Going around saying...
He just came back off a 2-week suspension. He was feuding with Eddie Kingston, and they were meant to have a match on this show. And then for a Rampage taping, Sammy went out and he just started calling like Eddie like a big fat piece of shit. Supposedly he didn't talk about this before he went out, and Eddie was furious. And when he came backstage, he put his hands on his face and like pushed him, and they threw handbags back and forth for like a few minutes. Anyway, TK suspended both of them.
But Steve, this is AEW. People don't go out and shoot on other people during a promo in the ring, do they?
Would never happen. Yeah. So obviously, setting the scene for later on.
You people love Eddie Kingston, right? Yeah! I know why. It's because he's a fat piece of shit just like all of y'all.
You guys think this is a joke? Like, this is all ready, work, since everyone likes to use the insider terms. I don't like that little cocksucker.
FTW title, Taz's boy Hook, the champion, versus Angelo Parker. Hook as in Red Hook, where Taz is built from, in Brooklyn. FTW as in Taz's Fuck the World Championship from ECW. He even has the belt, isn't that cool? Who cares? V1, tell me about Daddy Magic.
Spoiler alert, he's my absolute bottom boy. Daddy Magic
Wow,
is,
number one.
He's number one with a bullet.
You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
He's the one that holds the money for all the other boys.
I love him. He's everything that I love from a far gone era of pro wrestling brought into a modern setting. I don't care if he's in promos with Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, John Moxley, some of the best wrestlers in the world. My eyes are drawn to him because he's so animated at all times. He's doing the Macho Man finger thing. He's making faces. He's just always going off. He's brilliant. And the sky is the limit for this guy at the mid-card level. But I fucking love him.
Steve, can you explain, like, what's his gimmick?
He's a jobber who thinks he's at the top of the card. And, like, even though they don't go out of their way to, like, tell you that's what it is, and it's brilliant.
Do you have any favourite bits that would perfectly showcase how awesome he is?
So AEW have their double cage match, the Blood and Guts.
War Games, yeah.
And they did Blood and Guts over the summer. And he cut an incredible post-match promo that was only meant to be shown on the net. People then began to share it and tweet it out, and it went viral. And it was so great that they actually had to show it on Dynamite. It was fucking awesome.
My son took his first steps last night. And I was not there to see it. Because I had to be here!
Where's the bad man? Where's the man?
Stamp the foot of Daddy Magic. Exploder suplex from El Diablo Guapo. And another Taz mission, and that's it. Hook-ass mofo wins it, retaining in almost 4 minutes. Post-match Pearl Harbor by Daddy Magic, or Padre Magico. And a man fatter than Taz breaks it up. That is Action Bronson. He does Hook's entrance theme.
Okay.
I'm on that all-night tour. Bitch, I'm alright, but I'm off that raw.
Bastard!
All Atlantic Championship, Bastard Pack, the champion, versus Steve's mate, Kip Sabian.
The king of Twitch.
All Atlantic Championship. How many fucking titles do you need?
I believe they have 13 titles currently.
13, is that including...
Here we go.
got a list.
What do you got for us?
We got a list. And Steve, you have to say who the champion is every time.
Okay.
Going into the pay-per-view.
Okay, going into the... Okay.
World title.
Mox.
Women's title.
Vacant.
Very good.
He's good.
Very good.
Well, Rosa Bush is injured, so now we've got interim.
Even
Very
better.
good.
TNT title.
Why am I drawing a blank? TNT title. Oh, Wardlow.
TBS title.
Jade Cargill.
All Atlantic title.
Puck.
Tag titles.
Swerve in Our Glory.
Trios title.
It's going to be decided at the pay-per-view.
Almost got him there.
That was a swerve. Got a potential swerve there. And finally, the FTW title.
Hook.
Very good. Now, there's a million other belts on this pay-per-view.
Yeah, there is.
So, what about the fucking Ring of Honor champions knocking about? Ring of Honor World Champion.
Claudio.
Women's Champion.
Mercedes Martinez.
TV Champion.
Joe.
Pure Champion.
Wheeler Yuta.
Tag Champions.
FTR.
And 6-man champions.
Haven't a fucking clue.
Oh, we're so close.
Oh,
is that Vinny Marseglia? And I don't know.
Okay.
I will say that the ROH 6 men's titles have never been featured on AEW television.
Tough.
They did have one match at their pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But I skipped it because I didn't know anyone who was in the match.
Steve, you had it. You nearly got 100%. Anyway, add in 4 casino multi-man match winners. Then the Dynamite Diamond Ring Bearer.
MJF.
Very good.
Of course. Face of the Revolution.
Face of the Revolution.
Well, the Revolution.
For our English speaker.
You ought to have a basic grasp of French to do a wrestling podcast.
The name rings a bell, but I don't know.
Well, obviously it's Wardlow.
He's a twofer.
He's fallen off a cliff here. And Owen Hart. Oh, that was bad timing.
Bollocks! That's hilarious.
Okay.
That cannot be cut out.
Well, no,
it's a horrible.
That's
No,
one thing that
horrible.
has to be. Well, you have to cut that anyway.
Should have powered through it.
And Owen Hart cup holders.
Not literal cup holders. They sprung for the fancy up screen and everything.
Adam Cole and Britt Baker.
He's good. He's not as good as I thought he was, but he's
only
good.
an A, not an A+.
Yes.
Only an A?
Yeah.
I've let everyone down.
The six-man champions from Ring of Honor are Dalton Castle and the boys, Brandon and Brent Tate.
Okay.
So every match, someone's a champion. So titles kind of mean nothing. Like there's zero prestige.
There's too many.
We're like old dinosaurs. Grew up back in the day when there's like 30 people gunning for the one title, one division. Now it's a handful. So every division. What a pittance.
Yeah.
But I love Pac, so let's say no more.
Well, Kip playing with the people a bit here. Wow.
Sabian works the crowd. That pink hair. What a twat. Like successful heel heat. Split leg moonsault from the top rope to the outside. Very smooth. Pac responds with a suplex on the crash mats. Looking at Pac, oh man, he would make a great dwarf in Lord of the Rings.
Orc.
Oh no, he's too small to be.
Okay, but he's jacked.
Yeah, he's beastly, beefy, and beardy. Like I'd follow him to the Lonely Mountain.
He'd batter Thor. He'd bait the shite out of him, wouldn't he?
Just glass him with a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale. Both lads are from England. Pac from Newcastle, Sabian from Great Yarmouth, which is near Norwich.
Yeah.
Home of Alan Partridge and Paige as well, I guess. Oh, sorry, she raids you as well, didn't she?
She raided me once, and she was She
came into your domain.
She did. She was very, very nice about it,
Aww.
I will say. But I did re-watch Paige watching OSW, watching Paige there.
This must be the biggest wank session available.
Her chat on Twitch is horrific. It's just sad people telling her that she's gorgeous and giving her money. It's like, it's really sad. But hey, she was very, very nice to us when she came in. She said hi and she had a bit of a laugh for a few minutes and then said bye-bye and logged off. So yeah, very, very nice. Thank you, Paige.
Does she come up on the screen?
No.
She's got a Twitch emote.
I do have it saved onto my deck, the page head.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I pressed it a few times when she raided, just to, rub it in,
Excuse me. Big headbutt in the mouth. You'll pay with a snap German. Jump to the outside. Brett's turnbuckle springboard and swinging DDT. Very nice there, Kip. Slingshot suplex. Then a cross leg, not quite Michinoku driver. Nothing doing, mate. Pac with a beautiful black arrow. A corkscrew shooting star press. Ending it in 12.5 minutes.
Kip not moving. Whoa! Arrow! 1, 2, 3.
Decent match. It was weird because Pac is the babyface and Kip is the heel here, but Kip wrestled like a babyface. Lots of high flying moves that look good. So it's like, you don't really get your character. What are you doing, mate? You're here to be booed, not to get popped. But the match was still good. They're both very, very good wrestlers. And I genuinely think Pac is one of the best wrestlers in the world. I think he's exceptional.
V1, how's Kip Sabian?
This is his first match back in over a year. And I say for the last 6 months, he's been sitting at ringside with a box on his head.
Oh, what's the deal with the Thomas Pinchon gimmick?
Don't know. They've literally done...
He talks about it all the time on Twitch.
I would have to have him available, yeah.
Rage against the dying of the light.
And it's time for your pre-show main event. It's Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston. Man, pre-show Eddie Kingston. Last time I saw him killing it on the mic versus Jericho before Revolution 2022, killing it with Punk. So what's going on?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he was meant to have a big match with Sammy, but then they had their little scuffle backstage.
Throwing handbags.
So this is...
They got these hands.
Yeah. Get these handbags. Sorry. Yeah, so this is, punishment, basically.
Actually, this is a wild upgrade, though. This match.
He definitely did better than Sammy out of it,
Yeah, you were only on the pre-show opener. I was on the pre-show beta. Ishii walks like Ishii. Ishii. What? Fuck. Ishii walks like he's got a coat hanger in his shirt. He's got like Tommy Schlogan.
Invisible lats.
Yeah.
Neither man gaining the advantage, but you can see the redness developing on the chests of both men.
Fans are just applauding the determination, the will by both men.
Big, meaty men slapping meat.
Yeah, they beat the piss out of each other's chests. Eddie Kingston, man, excellent wrestler, great personality, zero showmanship skills. Look at the state of him. Oh my God, he looks like he's going to plumb your toilet.
You're going to get so much heat.
His
for this.
outfit
Great.
Nips out carnival leotard, muffin top stuffed into his horrible floppy jocks, slippery black cheap boots. He's so indie-rific. He looks so bad.
He does. He does.
Is he not what Steve would be if he was a professional wrestler? Would you aspire to this?
I probably just wear cut off sweatpants. Swarts. I call them. Yeah.
He'd be some kind of mountain man, Like what Big Daddy wore with the... He's got IKEA rug on his hairy dip coming out.
Oh, that's amazing. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love Eddie Kingston. He's so talented as a wrestler, as a personality, as a talker, but he looks so bad. He looks so haggard. A hard life. Mean winters.
He doesn't look like someone you'd love to stick in your main event.
Yes.
And that is an issue. Looks matter in wrestling despite what idiots on the internet will say.
Yeah,
but they do matter.
Yeah. Sable, multi-time WWF Women's Champion. Luna Vachon, zero.
Yeah.
Chops stop having an effect and starts getting wrecked. Eddie's arm gives out. Shot. Back and forth, they beat the bollocks out of each other with suplexes, chops, and lariatos. One back fist can't do it. Again, Northern Lights bomb. Finally, thank God, that seals it in 13 and a half minutes.
Battering ram headbutt. Kingston. Oh! Northern Lights bomb. Get him, Eddie. Yeah, there you go.
I thought that the opening chop battle was amazing. Sheehy's chest was so raw that at the sides you could see that he burst like veins. He looked like in absolute pain. But then they did it again. And then they did it again. And then they'd have a punch battle and they do the same thing. And then they go back to chops and they do the same thing. And the fans live loved it. But I had checked out long before we got to the finish of this match. And it's a shame because I really, really like Eddie. And I think Sheehy is an amazing wrestler. He had a match against Adam Cole on Dynamite a few months ago. That was fucking awesome. But I just find matches like these boring.
But Ishii has lost a step, and there's a few times Eddie got into place before Ishii could counter, which led to an odd pause. But listen, that's small potatoes. It was stiff as fuck, and the live crowd loved it.
The live crowd adored this.
Standing ovation in the crowd.
He wants to show Tomohiro Ishii the respect of two warriors.
Yeah, and that does it for the old pre-show. Let's get to it.